What's going on, everyone? I'm John with EDMProd, and today I'm going to take you through my favorite new feature in Live 12.3, which at the time of this filming was just released yesterday. 12.3 comes with a bunch of cool new features, but my favorite is the direct Splice integration. When you download 12.3, you'll notice over here in the places now, we have a section that says Splice, and this is what you see when you click on that. This is Splice inside Ableton. When using Splice before, you'd have to go over to the app and drag sounds over into Ableton. So there was this added degree of separation between those two programs, but now it's fully integrated right here in the browser. And the nice thing about this is that it also works with the free plan as well. So if you don't pay for Splice, you still get to use this feature. Just like when you're using the separate Splice app, you can go through and browse by instrument type, genres, effect types. All of this should look very familiar to anyone that's been using the Splice app for a while now. But this comes with a few extra little added benefits that I think really make it useful and help to speed up workflow. So in addition to the home section right here, you could also search Splice. Let's say you want to search for some vocals, and we can just preview them right here. So let's say we really like this sample. What we can do is drag it over directly out of Splice into the timeline like this. And it's imported it and also warped it to the tempo of our project. You'll see that this is a 150 BPM vocal, but my project's at 140. So that in and of itself helps the workflow just speed up so quickly. But there's another really cool feature here. What you can do is actually drag sounds into this little area that says search with sound. And then it's going to show you a bunch of samples that it thinks will fit with it. Let's just drag this in here. It's going to think, and now we're presented with a bunch of samples that it's automatically transposing the key of to fit this vocal shop top line. Let's go ahead and give this a play. And when I click the samples over here, you're going to notice they're perfectly in key and in time with the vocal. I really love how this pad sounds, so I'm going to go ahead and make a new channel here and drag this pad over as well. You'll see it takes a second to download, but now we've got this pad layered with the vocal. And you'll notice that it has transposed this pad up by 2 semitones to get it in key with the vocal right here. Now this says actually an A sharp, or rather B flat. So what it's done is it's brought it up by 2 semitones, which brings it to a C. This vocal is an F, and C is a closely related key, so I can see why when Splice analyzed this, it would think, okay, cool, transposes up to F, because C is the perfect fifth of the key of F. But I could also bring this down by 7 semitones, and it should work as well. Really, really nice. Let's go ahead and try and find some drums that work with this. So I'm going to go back to home. I'll go to Instrument, Drums. Let's click View All and choose Grooves. I really love how this one sounds, so I'm going to go ahead and drag this in as well. Let's put it down here in this group. So you can see how this Splice integration really helps with the speed of the workflow. I also want to make note that there is a bunch of samples that are included with Live. This little Live included icon right here, when you click that, you're going to be presented with a bunch of samples right here. And these just come free with the Ableton Live integration, at least that's my understanding of it. Let's go ahead and try and find some effects that work with this loop we're throwing together. So all I have to do is go and click where it says drums, scroll down to the effects, we'll click that, and we'll give it a play and just kind of try some of these out. Some of these are tonal and they're not being transposed, so what we can do is actually come down here where it says key, and this is where you can choose to transpose the samples. I think for effects it's automatically not doing it because many effects don't have a tonal center, but let's just go ahead and turn transpose on and choose F as our key center and try a few of these out again. I'm not really sure why this respace was included here, but it does feel like I want this respace. So here we go, drag it on in. Let's see if it got the transposition correct. E minor, brought it up by 1 semitone. There we go, we got it. I'm going to duplicate this out and keep the loop as long as the samples in here. Another aspect of the Splice integration that I really love is that now you can search through all the sounds you've already purchased just by clicking on library. Before, you would have to go into a separate folder, or if you were like me, you would go into a folder you kept on the side here, and then you'd have to navigate through all of these subfolders, which I always found to be honestly kind of a pain. But now we can click library. These are all of the things that I've downloaded over the years. And we can give these a play along with this loop. That's pretty nice. I really do love that. It just needs to be mixed down quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and pull this in. Copy it across. Super nice. I'm going to go ahead and turn this drum loop off for right now. Go back over to home. Search for some drums again. Under one shots and loops, I'll choose loops. And let's say I'm using a tempo that's really far away from my current tempo, so 90 BPM. So what Splice is doing here is it's actually speeding it up from 90 BPM up to 140. But I think instead of that, what I'm going to do is come down where it says 1x BPM and choose half tempo. And the nice thing here is it gives you the tempo it's going to play it back at. It tells you it's going to play it at 70. 90 to 140 is a stretch of 50 BPM, but 90 down to 70 is only 20. So this drum loop is going to sound a lot more natural if I play it back like this. Let's go ahead and click half and take a listen to it now. And for me, that fits the vibe of the track much better. Now, there are a few features that are available in the Splice standalone app that are not available in the Ableton integrated Splice. One of these is crates. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I've really never made use of crates in Splice, so I can't tell you much about what we're missing out on here. But if you're a person who did use the crates feature in the Splice app, just know you can't do it here. Stacks is another feature from the Splice app that's not integrated here. Stacks is a feature that allows you to grab a bunch of random loops and stack them on top of each other so you can see how they all work together. The final feature of the app that the Splice integration does not have is plugin presets. So you still have to go to the app if you want to grab presets for Serum or other synths. It's also worth mentioning that you can drag samples directly from Splice into a simpler or sampler or drum sampler inside of Ableton. Let's go ahead and grab this shaker loop and drag and drop it right here, and there we go, we can see it up here in my sampler. I really love Splice as a tool to get ideas going. And when I'm at that stage in the writing process, I'm trying to get the ideas going as quickly as I possibly can. So this new integration with Ableton is huge for me. I'm really, really stoked about it. I think it works really well. And I know for me personally, and for many of you out there, this is going to be a huge workflow boost. So there we go, Splice integration. Hope you found that helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel here for more videos. And happy producing.